Alright guys, I just wanted to do a funny little video real quick just because it's, you know, Master Chief Collection Halo Reach time almost in December 3rd, right? It's finally happening. Halo Reach comes to MCC, which is also playable on PC. And that's both cool and fucking not cool. Um, Yeah, let me explain. For those of you who know me, a lot of you guys are either like, yeah, he's gonna shit on 343 again. I like that because 343 sucks, which is true. 343 does pretty much suck balls. And then there's those people who hate my guts who are just like, you're always ripping on 343, and it's like, that's not always true. That's not always true. Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time. I mean, let's be honest. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'll give them credit where it's due. I try to be fair. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Halo Reach on PC. Halo Reach is my favorite game, basically. I've probably played Halo Reach on 360 more than any other fucking game I've ever played. Owning that shit in Invasion, fucking. How many matches have I played? Like fucking 7,000? I don't know. I don't know. I've put in close to 100 hours or something like that of gameplay time. No, not 100 hours. What I'm talking about, like like 48 day. I can't remember. It was a long ass fucking time. I basically recently stopped playing that game intensely about a year ago. So that'll give you an idea. I know I work a lot, but for a lot of that time, I wasn't working very much, and I would just no life the shit out of the Halo Reach playlist. Yeah, to give you an idea, Invasion, that's what I primarily played, and I have about 300,000 kills in Invasion. So, yeah, that would give you an idea. So anyway, it's basically my favorite game. Um, had a blast playing it. Still have a blast playing it. I'd probably play it more if the servers for Halo Reach on 360 were any good, but they're getting crappier, and the game's just kind of losing popularity. And my favorite playlist, Invasion, just has the same 10 to 50 people, and then there's usually 50 to 100 randoms that show up. But you fight the same people a lot of the time, and that kind of gets old, unfortunately. You know how they'll play. You know if they'll rage quit. You'll know if they'll camp. You'll know what they do. And it's just kind of becomes predictable. It's kind of like fighting the AI. It's kind of repetitive. Not all the time, but for the most part, you kind of want to fight newer, different people, so you never know what to expect, and it's more like you're on the edge of your fucking seat trying to predict what your enemy is going to do. But if you fight the same people all the time, you kind of just get a feel for it. A lot of them are good, so there's a challenge to it, but you know, that mixed with just playing the fucking thing for 7 to 8 years, it does get old, even if you really, really like it like I do. So anyway, all these other games have been coming out lately, and I've been sort of missing out, you know. So I've been just playing a lot of single-player games, co-op games, that kind of thing, Some strategy games, And me and my brother, we work all the time, and we're getting into guitar and musical instruments more, and kind of straying away from video games a little bit. But yeah, well, we mostly play games together, like strategy games, like Age of Empires 2 and shit like that, and a few games on 360 here. I got a few PS4 games that we can play, but PS4 is mostly a single player gamers console, that in my opinion. Anyway, I'm getting trailed off here. What I'm trying to say is Reach on PC is both good and bad. It's good in that, yeah, the game will probably run smoother for the most part, depending on your gear and how well 343 handles it. I don't know. And I can't predict the future. 343, the fucking corporation, might explode tomorrow. I don't know. But probably not. Probably what's going to happen is they'll launch the game on PC, and it'll be both good and bad. I bet you they're going to have a lot of glitches and launch problems, so it's probably not a good idea to get it right away. And I don't know how much it costs because I don't care that much. I'm sure it's not too expensive to buy the base game. What is it? Probably like $20, $30. That'd be cool if it's only like $5 or $10. That ain't shit. But yeah, it'll probably cost like around $20 or $30. I'm guessing. I don't know. And for a lot of us who already own the game on 360 and whatnot, like that's kind of a lame, but whatever, not a big deal. You're getting the remastered type. Well, it's not really remastered. It's just sort of running better and looking a little better, right? So apparently the ghosting kind of thing that happens, where it looks a little blurry, that's been undone. So that's a positive. All right. And apparently the frames per second is a lot better. The game doesn't lag too much. So that's fucking awesome. I love that shit. Good job, 343. You guys pull that off. That's fucking positive. It really is. I'm playing God of War 4 right now, and that game runs smooth as hell. That game's fucking amazing. I love that fucking game. I am so glad it got Game of the Year and not Red Dead fucking Boredemption. That game is fucking... Red Dead Redemption 2, it's amazing what they did in that game, like the world they created, all the detailed shit, but it's very fucking boring, and the story is fucking stupid. It really is. I saw Young Yeah talk about how that story is amazing, and gotta disagree with you on that one there, buddy. Like, the story is literally just like, hey, we need one last big score, and then we can go to the islands and drink and live the good life, blah, blah, blah. Are you sure about that, boss? That's what you said last time. Like, no, you just gotta trust me, damn it. Let's rob this bank and whatever. Okay. And that's the fucking story. You just do that over and over again. It's dumb. Your character Arthur is a dipshit. He's following a con man religiously like a fucking sheep. He doesn't wake up like at all. Like, this guy's just using me. And I already have like thousands of dollars of cash in my pocket. I should just leave. Like, your character never does that. It's a dumb game. Well, story-wise anyway. There's good things and bad things about that game, but I don't think it was deserving of Game of the Year award. Meanwhile, God of War 4, that's basically a masterpiece. It's very, very well done. I'm blown away. Really digging it. I'm in the middle of it, I think, right now. Totally awesome. Okay, I know. I'm supposed to talk about Halo. So, that stuff that I just said that's positive about Reach being on PC, that's really cool and everything. And a lot of people are dying to play Reach on PC with a mouse and keyboard. Uh, yeah, I got like this carpal tunnel problem with my wrists, and I've played shooters with mouse and keyboards before, and it strains. I guess I'm just not used to it. Maybe I should try it more. But when I use the WASD keys to move around, after a little while I get this fucked up cramp in my left wrist. I have a little bitch fucking wrist. Okay, like I can't handle it. It fucks me up. It gets strained. It feels very uncomfortable. And I'm not very good at playing with a mouse and keyboard, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm really good at clicking on shit, like really accurately. Like, fucking, I'm a pro. I fucking click that X in the corner like fucking nothing. Fucking nailing it. Look at this shit. Fucking, oh, a little slow there. But anyway, I'm just kidding. But yeah, okay, so I'm not very good with the mouse and keyboard, unless I'm playing like a strategy game. I'm not bad at a few of those. But it's not my thing, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if I'm playing Halo, I want to do it with a controller. So that brings me to controllers. I imagine if I do get Halo Reach on PC, I would want the best fucking controller, right? Fuck yeah, of course. And the best Xbox One controller basically is the Elite controller, which is $150. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't remember if I saw this correctly or not, but I believe that they are releasing or already have released a newer Elite controller that's apparently slightly better than the other Elite controller. So I would probably want to get the best fucking controller, and I'm pretty sure this newer one, I think it was like $170 or $180 or something like that. So, damn, all right. So I would want to get that in order to enjoy Halo Reach on my PC, you know? And my brother, he would want to play with me, and I would want him to play with me because we're totally bros that play that fucking game together. I've played that game with him far more so than anybody else. It's sort of our thing. So I would like to get the game for him on his computer so we could both play it together. Play some campaign, play some firefight, maybe even jump into multiplayer, even though I'm kind of done with PvP gaming these days. But, maybe, I don't know. If it's good, give it a shot. Why the fuck not? But that means I would have to buy the game for him and also get him a fucking controller because he's like me. He's not going to want to use a mouse and keyboard to play the game. And I guess you could use any cheap old controller or whatever, like an old 360 controller that's wired and hook it up to the PC and all that. I guess you could do that, but I'd probably want to go with the newest shit, the good stuff. So do the math, right? I got to buy the game twice, and I got to get two of those fancy fucking controllers, right? What is that, like $300 to $400 fucking dollars worth of merchandise just so I can play a fucking game that I already own on 360? Except it's slightly better in terms of like frame rate and graphics, I guess. Okay. It doesn't seem worth it really. And I make good money. I could easily afford that, but would we really enjoy it that much? And considering that 343 is behind this, I don't know. My buddy Jimmy Stangl, he recently told me that MCC Reach on PC is launching without Theater and without Forge, and I think a few other things. I can't remember it. So if that's true, then that's kind of like, what the fuck, So you're bringing back a almost 10-year-old game with less features than when it launched on the fucking consoles of all things, on the 360. Like, I don't know. That seems like a joke. So whatever. I'm sure over time they'll eventually implement better features and Forge and all that stuff and make it better. But how long is that going to take? Surely on PC it wouldn't take too long. It fucking took them forever to fix Master Craft Collection, and that game still has some problems from what I hear. So I don't know, man. I'm not too excited for this, and that really sucks because Reach is like my favorite game, and I was hoping this would be, like super duper worth it. Maybe it will be. I don't know. We haven't seen it launch yet. Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Although I'm just saying, based on what we've seen so far, based on 343's track record, based on the fact that the way I would like to enjoy the game involves spending $400-ish, I'm not too excited, I'm not. And then, of course, Halo Infinite comes out in about a year from now, and that's going to be a microtransaction game. They haven't even shown us gameplay, and like even a lot of the Halo shill type motherfuckers out there, like Actman, Mythic Tyrant, Hidden Diarrhea, or whatever his name is, Late Night Gaming, and Duquesne, and Green Skull, all those guys that like go down to 343 headquarters and fucking hang out with those assholes and talk about Halo on their channels and make a few $100s to a few $1,000s a month just talking about Halo. Yeah, I don't know if you can really trust those guys. They seem a little too biased, if you ask me. Everybody's kind of biased, but, these guys, they have profit incentive to say the things that they say. So I would take what they say with a grain of salt, when listening to a lot of these guys. There's a lot of them, too. Jesus Christ, I just scratched the surface, There's, God, I don't watch these assholes anymore because they suck so hard. So I can't remember a lot of them. Kevin Cool, yeah, he's pretty uncool. Who else sucks? What's that guy's name? He looks like Harry Potter. Jesus. He plays Fortnite, so yeah, I know. What's his name? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, anyway, one of the worst of them, though, is that Halo follower guy. Jesus Christ. I remember when MCC launched, he was just like not even talking about the problems at all. He's like, this is great, don't you think, guys? I love it. It's like the game doesn't work for like 99% of the people. Like, what the fuck, dude? All right, whatever. So anyway, you can't trust a lot of those dickheads. But even those fucking cocksuckers, they like agree with me on a lot of the problems with behind 343. You know, like I guess even if you want to be a shill for 343 and lick their bunghole most of the time, like it's impossible to do it 100% of the time. Like 343 sucks so hard that you gotta give them, you know, some shit, at least a little. I think I might give them too much shit sometimes. I don't know. I get carried away. I'm already getting carried away in this video, just yapping away. But anyway, so yeah, that's how I feel about yeah, Master Craft Collection getting Reach, and I'm just not very excited for it. Although I will say this, it seems like the best thing 343 has done in a long time. You know, yeah, ever maybe. Maybe since Halo 1 remastered in 2011. Yeah, I honestly feel like that's the only decent thing that they've done. I really feel that way. Like, you got Halo 4, it adopted Call of Duty stuff, it had the Dorito Mountain Dew XP crap. The story was pretty weak, and it was a shorter campaign, and they took out a lot of features. Like, they got rid of Firefight and replaced it with that dumbass Ops mode, and the weapon balance was fucking super horribly unbalanced. In a way, I kind of enjoyed that, though. Like, I enjoyed having an overpowered DMR and bolt shot. I fucked everybody up. And then they patched the game and made those guns not as good. And I felt like, well, that sucks. I was having fun just destroying anybody who wasn't using the same guns that I was. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. You can't give a man a fishing rod and teach him how to fish and then just take the rod away, fuckers. But, no, what they did was right, but it should have been that way from the get-go, is what I'm saying. I guess that's what you get when you don't have a fucking beta, right? But, yeah. And then there's that Ninja prick. You guys know Ninja, that Fortnite guy. He's become kind of a millionaire type dude for playing Fortnite. Oh, that fucking game is stupid. Anyway, that guy has been getting into a lot of hot water lately. Fucking, what happened to that prick? Did I talk about that prick in my last video already? He was like defending some guy that got caught like cheating. He's like a pro gamer type dude, and like he was cheating or some shit, and he kept denying that he was a cheater, even though they had like video proof of him cheating. So like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, but apparently Ninja like stuck up for him and was just like, he's kind of a big deal for Epic Games, so they should, you know, like not fuck with him. And it's like, oh, so is that what you're saying, Ninja? That he should get special fucking treatment just because he's kind of popular? Huh. Are you secretly a cheater, you fucking scumbag? Yeah, nah. I don't know if he's a cheater. I don't think he's a cheater. Maybe, I don't know. But Ninja's pretty good at a lot of games, so I admire his gaming skill, but I do not admire his fucking attitude. He's a piece of shit. You know, this guy sucks. And I never liked him from the get-go before he was popular. Like, when Halo 4 was a thing, he was like fucking talking all this shit. Like, don't worry, guys. Halo 4, with 343, they're going to update the game. They're going to bring in Halo 3 level 50 ranks. They're going to make everything better. And everybody pretty much was just like, how do you know that? Like, are you sure about that? Like, I don't think so. And he got all bitchy and, like, pissed off with anybody who disagreed with him. And it's just like, all right, dude, whatever. So anyway, that guy's silly. Why was I talking about that douche? I don't know why. I've been working my ass off. I must be tired. But anyway, to the point of this video, motherfucker. You guys remember this shit? Here, let me play it.
I'm a longtime Halo fan, and every Halo I have felt had some big innovation.
All right, see that big innovation every Halo game, right? And they play a little clip of the carjacking from Halo 2. That shit was a fucking big deal. The carjacking from Halo 2, like, holy crap. Yes. This shit was fucking badass.
Nice.
stuff in this fucking trailer didn't actually make it to the final game, which is pretty disappointing. If you look in the comments section, tons of people are like, still waiting to play this version of the game, bro. And yeah, I don't blame them. A lot of the stuff was pretty cool in this fucking trailer, like the single shot VR, being able to keep both of your guns instead of having to throw one on the ground for dual wielding. Like the fucking Gauss Warthog just cruising through the city, smashing the shit out of everything. The fucking brutes jumping out of the goddamn spaceships, landing on the tops of cars and hijacking them and shit. That's crazy, man. Too bad none of that made it in, but at least the carjacking made it in, and that's a big, that's fucking ridiculous. It's a big fucking deal, you know? Like, you never really saw that shit in shooting games before. Grand Theft Auto, Halo, you know, like, badass. And it was really cool that they implemented that into the game. Vehicles used to be pretty overpowered in Halo 1. A tank would kind of be unstoppable. But, you know, and even like smaller vehicles like the annoying fucking Ghost could sometimes be somewhat unstoppable. But this added a new dynamic, you know, being able to carjack, more strategies, you know. And, yeah, it worked out pretty good. So that was Halo 2's big-ass innovation. And with Halo 5, this was their big innovation.
I hope that people will look at Halo 5 and say, hey, that whole crap Musketeers. They won't say Musketeers because that's our code name.
The Musketeers. What he's talking about is the Halo 5 campaign AI teammates that follow you through the game, and you can command them and tell them what to do, you know?
I don't even know the origin of that. I think we just needed a term for our autonomous AI companions that kind of follow you through the campaign.
Now, real quick, I just want to say, how is this innovative? What the fuck are they talking about? We've seen AI companions in games since, like, what, like 10, 20, maybe even 30 years ago? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I remember being able to control AI teammates in fucking Perfect Dark 64, goddammit. Like, okay, this is supposed to be something new? I guess maybe for Halo. Kind of.
Focused on the two fundamentals, the one being they're a well-integrated part of the sandbox.
They'll play the game along with you, they'll fight with you, they'll revive you if you go down. Revive's a new mechanic in Halo 5. One of the big draws of Revive was Wonder.
I really don't like the whole revive thing. Call of Duty games have that a lot, like you play the Nazi Zombies thing. I don't know, it just kind of felt like they were taking this from another game. It's not a big deal.
Gameplay, how can we get players to kind of stick together and work together more? And the other being portals, which I think is potentially a big innovation for Halo. Getting that vehicle, move over to that spot, attack that enemy, pick up that weapon.
It's a balancing trick because you don't want the Musketeers to be too effective. You don't want a player to be running around.
So a lot of you guys know that the AI is fucking really dumb in this game and is next to useless. And it's so bad that it actually wastes your time more than anything and just frustrates you rather than anything. I personally find it amusing. I'll show you some clips here. Like this shit's funny. Like listen to, watch this dude here. Real quick, guys, I'm recording with some new camera audio crap, so I don't even know how good my audio is, so sorry if you can't hear certain things very good.
Give me a hand. I need support.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Systems black. Need assistance. Systems down.
Oh.
Fire installed.
Yeah, the AI is very, pretty fucking bad. Oh my god. And the physics looked so weird when he was flying like that. Oh, Jesus. Alright, you need your buddies to revive you. No big deal. Oh, okay. Alright, next up. You're good to go. Oh, shit. See, my problem with this is you just sit there looking at yourself bending over like a little bitch. And you hope your teammates will save you. And it seems like they fail a lot of the time, and it's just aggravating. Oh my god! Hurry up, you fuckers! Oh my god. This is hard to watch. I think he flew too far. It's over. It's over, man. Oh shit. That's great. Oh, these are fucking funny. Come on, man, resurrect! Revive! Jesus. Okay, alright, where's the third person? Oh well. Alright, you're behind cover at least. Oh wait, this doesn't look like it's gonna work out good. Oh, oh shit. Come on, Linda. Oh, motherfucking Linda. I got a customer at work named Linda. She's this dyke and she's a fucking cunt. Anyway, she would fucking kill me if she knew I said that. she's a scary person. Alright. Okay, he's been down. Okay, alright, next up, revive. That fucking little dog creature thing with the spikes on his back. Alright, so that was that, and here's some more. I'll turn it down a little. He was just standing there taking it. This was honestly his fault for just standing there like that, or whatever. And of course the AI is just standing over there pretty much doing jack shit. Two of them are already down, and I really don't like the dialogue coming from Master Chief when he's bending over like a bitch. I need support. Somebody help me. Ugh. And it just doesn't seem very emotional or whatever. So what do we got here?
Between us and us. Weapons free.
Why are they fucking hopping like that? What the fuck? Alright, Buck made it through, but oh jeez. Okay, so you see the AI is not very good, and you know what? In a way, it's kind of so hilarious that I actually like the game for that. Like I'm genuinely amused right now. That was pretty funny. So I just wanted to show some examples, you know, and show you guys that that's what 343 considers innovation, you know, something that a shitload of fucking games have done for the past like 20-something years or whatever. That's what they consider like this new groundbreaking, super memorable thing that they hope everyone fucking remembers Halo 5 for, the goddamn AI. And you know what? They're not completely wrong. I bet you a lot of people will remember Halo 5 for its dog shit AI, you know? And to be fair, though, the AI has also had some problems in other Halo games, so, you know. Still, though, this is pretty fucking bad, and especially because, like, they hyped it up like, this is our new big thing, guys, check it out. It's like, what the fuck? This is a joke. And, of course, you know, Halo 5, it launched, launched with no fucking split screen, and still doesn't have split screen. That's a big downer. That was basically a no buy from me the instant I heard about that. And bad enough it's on the shitbox one. That console is a fucking joke. I'm glad I never got it. Seriously, there's no like must-have exclusive type games on that fucking thing. There really isn't. And with pretty much all the Xbox One games being playable on PC, like who gives a shit? Just stick to PC, you know, and grab the every now and again Microsoft product that's not totally garbage. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Halo 5, you know, it launched with like little content and didn't have Forge at launch, you know, didn't have Big Team Battle at launch. fucking didn't have Firefight at launch, you know. And it was really fucking annoying. I remember some fanboys saying things like, Firefight is boring, it's fucking stupid. We don't need Firefight, it's not a big deal that it's not in the game, blah, blah, blah. And then once they released Firefight, you know, a lot of these same assholes were saying things like, see, they do listen. 343 does care. Isn't this amazing? It's like, Jesus Christ. You can't talk to these kids. You really can't. Anyway, but yeah, Halo 5, not a very good game. And then they got Halo Wars 2, you know, with the fucking microtransactions. Oh yeah, and Halo 5 has microtransactions, right? Yeah. Seems like with every new Halo game, it has greedier and greedier microtransactions. I heard in Halo Wars 2, I'm not 100% sure, but like they totally dicked people over with the DLC, you know? Like there was no like pre-order for like a version of the game that comes with everything that they're eventually going to release on it, you know? Like you still had to pay extra for little things here and there, you know? There was no like package deal or something. As far as I remember, I could be wrong, but yeah, it was pretty lame. I just remember saying to myself, I remember Halo Wars 1 having Flood in the base game, and it wasn't fucking DLC like it is in Halo Wars 2. You know, just saying. Anyway, so that game's a joke, though. It has microtransactions, and nobody fucking bought it. Nobody knows that Halo Wars 2 exists. Yeah, a lot of you guys listening to this video right now probably are like, what? There's a Halo Wars 2? Shit, a lot of people probably don't even know that there's a Halo Wars 1. Fucking Halo Wars 2 was, like, super unpopular. It sold, like, maybe, like, 200,000 copies or something like that. Yeah, it was a joke. I mean, considering, you know, several Halo games in the past have sold around 10 million fucking copies. So, yeah. It was dumb. Ooh, Halo Wars 2 sucks. And the story was fucking dumb. Like, Atriox. They could have made him a badass character, but he was fucking dumb. Like, there's that scene where the Spartans somehow get jumped by him in that dark fucking derelict ship or outpost or whatever. And, like, they got flashlights, they got radar. They're in cover-by-cover formation hunting, and he just, like, surprise, he pops up in front of one of them real quick and grabs them, and it's like, what? How did they let that happen? What the fuck? And why would Atriox, like, confront some of the most dangerous Spartans all on his own? Isn't that risky? Aren't you, like, an important general in your army? Like, why are you doing this on your own? That's fucking stupid. What if you get hurt real bad or get killed, which is very likely to happen? You are dealing with Spartan super soldiers after all. I know Atriox is tough and everything, but it's just, it doesn't make sense. It's fucking stupid. Oh my god. And then he releases his army on them anyway, and and it allows them to escape, basically. It's like, what are you doing? You let them fucking escape with the AI that they just found, and now they know who you are and shit? Like, what are you doing? Like, being an overconfident stupid ass, I guess. I guess Atriox is a fucking moron. So, it just struck me as dumb. I couldn't like the character very much. So yeah, Halo Wars 2 is not very good. And, I don't know, didn't they release another Halo game ever since, or no? Yeah, there's that Gears 5 that came out. I heard it's pretty glitchy and not very good. Also has bullshit microtransactions. And the game launched unfinished, basically, and I heard a lot of people having problems with the campaign, like losing hours of progress because their game crashed, and they... fucking ridiculous. Gears of War is fucking shit, and that bugged me that they did my my favorite Halo Reach characters and made them as like DLC costume characters for the game. Like, oh boy, whatever. So yeah, 343 has been fucking up a lot, you know, and they've owned the Halo franchise for about the same amount of time that Bungie owned it, you know? And in that amount of time, they've basically been the opposite of what Bungie was when they were doing Halo. Most of Bungie's decisions were memorable as fuck and changed gaming history, and good stuff was going down, more so than bad. But with 343, it's the opposite. You know, 343 doesn't do much that's good. Most of the time, it's kind of shitty, and no one really cares. You know, it's just kind of lame. So 343 sucks balls, and I'm not very interested in what they have panned out for us with Halo Reach on PC, and I'm definitely not interested in Halo Infinite. We know that's going to have microtransactions. That's what they say. That might change. Probably not though. And yeah, they're releasing it on a new console, the sequel to the Xbox One, which is already a pretty fucking bad console. It's such a bad console that Phil Spencer at E3 this year had to come out and assure us that Xbox is for video games. It's like, oh, good. I guess you guys just discovered fire too, right? You know? Right? Like, oh, really? I thought it was for making fucking pancakes. No, right? Jesus. So anyway, the Xbox brand is such a joke these days, and that pains me to say it because like the first Xbox and much of the 360 is amazing, but after that, it's pretty much what happened. So yeah, not too excited for that. And then there's that Death Stranding game that came out recently, and yeah, I heard it's got a great story, great visuals, great soundtrack, but apparently the gameplay is kind of boring, and that kind of sucks. Although, to be fair, if you like really sit down and get into it, I'm sure there's enough to keep you entertained, you know. So at least it's different, you know. It's something weird as fuck, and it's not just run around, jump on this, or run around, shoot at that. You know what I mean? It's not. So I don't want to be too hard on that game. I'll give it probably like a 6 to an 8 out of 10, somewhere around there. I haven't played it yet, so what the fuck do I know? I'm just talking about based on what I've seen and heard. But yeah, I think seems like the kind of game that I would get used one day or at a discount, maybe like $20 or $30 one day if I can find it. So whatever. As for Game of the Year, I don't know what's going to win it. I'm guessing it's going to be either the Resident Evil 2 remaster, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, or Death Stranding. That's what I think it's going to. Those are my top 3 probably going to win Game of the Year choices. And to be honest with you guys, I bet you I'm fucking wrong and none of those will win Game of the Year. Those are just the ones that have got my interest. And then there's that Outer Worlds game. I think that one's not too shabby either. But I haven't played any of these games that I'm talking about, so I can't really say for sure. But I just got a gut feeling. Or they could surprise me and do what they did in 2016 and pick a shitty online-only, no split screen, no story, fucking microtransaction horseshit fucking game like Overwatch and give that Game of the Year, you know? They might do that this year. That would be really fucking disappointing. I remember when they did that shit with fucking Overwatch, so many people were pissed. Like half of the gaming world was like, I don't agree with that. You know, like Doom 2016 came out that year. Dark Souls 3 came out that year. You know, what the fuck? There were better choices. I would even argue that Titanfall 2 should have gotten Game of the Year over Overwatch. And I hate fucking Call of Duty with robots. But I heard the microtransactions weren't as bad, and it's got a campaign at least, you know? It does. So, whatever. And then Overwatch 2 got announced or whatever, and now they're all like, yeah, it's going to have a story. It's actually going to be a finished shooting game this time. And it's like, ooh, yeah. I'm sure it'll also have some bullshit microtransactions because Blizzard has gone full fucking psychopath when it comes to ripping people off. I saw the Diablo 4 trailer. That was an amazing trailer. I thought it was fucking awesome. Like, it opened up with, like, sort of a callback to the very first Diablo game with the fucking desolate town and the wind making the wooden doors and windows rock back and forth. And then it was dark as shit, like it was actually kind of scary and creepy instead of cartoony and shit, you know? And, yeah, I dug it. And I thought it was kind of funny that one of the thieves was like a fucking greedy kind of reminded me of the company making the game, right? And then it was just twisted, you know, like what happens in the trailer. It's fucking creepy and weird, and the music. I dug it. I dug it. And there's the fucking gameplay. That looks like it's okay, I guess, but the visuals of the game world as you play through it, that looks very, very much so what I would want from a Diablo game. So that looks good. But apparently it's going to be like an online-only microtransaction game. Like, this is pretty much already confirmed, so, you know, fuck that. I think I'm not interested now. So that kind of ruined it for me. And then there's the new Star Wars game that came out, and I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but I think it's good. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it, though. I do. And even though it's a Star Wars game from EA and the guys who make those Titanfall games, right? Those are the fuckers that make the game, I think. Yeah, anyway, not a big fan of EA or Call of Duty Robots. But I heard it's fucking very different. I heard it's like Dark Souls. It's not like a bro shooter or some dirty microtransaction scam game. No, I heard it's just kind of like Dark Souls, and it's actually got a decent story, I heard, and that's kind of rare for Star Wars, because Star Wars is pretty fucking dumb. Like, even that new Mandalorian show I've been watching, I like it, but it's pretty dumb. Like, it's entertaining dumb, you know what I mean? But it's pretty dumb. But, you know, I heard it's not too shabby. And I'm just saying, that's a breath of fresh air from EA. They've been fucking up a lot. So, yeah, that pretty much sums up what I wanted to say. Hey, Eric Lee, sorry I haven't fucking got back to you on your messages. Jesus Christ, I'm so busy. I haven't had time. I didn't even think I was going to do this video. I don't even know how the audio came out on this video, so I don't even know if I'm going to upload it. If you can't even fucking hear me, then what's the point, right? Anyways, so yeah, cool shit, and yeah, I'm a slave at my job right now. I have to stay late, like, all the fucking time, so that's a drag, but, you know, whatever. Making good money. Probably going to buy another guitar soon. I don't know. We'll see. All right, take it easy, guys. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, Eric. Laters.